So here's to the dreamers, the seekers, the wise. Crystal lavender will reach in the skies. Through tarot and starlight will always roam. In the heart of the universe we found our home. Comes where the mystics play. We speak the language of the Milky Way. A touch of Venus, a kiss from the moon, guiding lost hearts with a sweet gentle tune.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, whatever time you are watching this video. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. And I am your host, Crystal Lavender. Some people know me as Criddle, like Riddle with a C. Other people know me as Nacho Mama. That was my old YouTube handle back in the day, but I'm going to go with my God-given name, which is Crystal Lavender. I know. Some people are like, were you born to be a stripper or a hippie? It's like both, right? I'll drop it like it's hot, but I don't know about getting back. I'm going to creep my way back up. You know what I mean? So we are going to do a reading for Virgo. Welcome to the sanctuary, Virgo. I got a lot going on behind the scenes. Like I am having my whole website redone. I got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. We're going to have a newsletter. We're going to have tarot readings. We're going to have all that stuff like incorporated into my website. So, exciting. So thank you guys so much for being here. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. It's a little click for you, but a big bada boom for me. Okay, big bada boom. So how have you guys been feeling, man? This Venus retrograde has completely flipped my whole life upside down and all over the place. So for those of you that have been patient with me and have stuck around, I absolutely appreciate you. I haven't felt like that in years. So I hope you guys are hanging in there because it's been rough, man. I'm ruled by Venus, so this one's rough. This one's been pretty freaking rough, but I'm not going to give up. We're going to just keep on fighting, right? Fight for yourself. Watch the world as the words just melt, right? All right, Virgo. What do we got for general messages for Team Virgo? General messages for March for Team Virgo. General messages for March for Team Virgo, please. General messages for March. So avoiding conflict. Avoiding the need to be right. This is winning at all costs, being right at all costs. Like just avoiding that urge with the Five of Wands. That's like that's very much conflict, chaos. Winning at all costs. Okay, being right, like having to prove right, I feel like you'll save yourself a lot of unnecessary trouble, a lot of unnecessary drama by just letting it go. Just, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to be right all the time. It's okay to not be right. Five of Swords. Yeah, it's Five of Wands and Five of Swords. So with the fives being there, that's all about change. Okay, there might be that might be a big change. There's times where we just it doesn't need a reaction or a response. Like you don't have to respond to everything. You see something on Facebook that pisses you the F off. It's like you don't have to feed your energy into it. It's like, and then you carry around that energy all day long, all pissed off all day. It's like that one little thing completely takes charge of your whole energy and parades around, parade you like a puppet, letting other things eat your freaking lunch like that is giving way too much control and power to things that are outside of you that in reality, by this time next year, by this time next month, you probably won't even remember what you were so outraged about or what you were so, in your head about. Just because the TV tells you that you need to focus on this one thing does not turn the TV off. Okay. If you see something that you don't agree with, just keep scrolling. Okay. You like road rage, people with road rage, or it feels like there's just something that is so it seems so trivial, but it's like you let it eat your freaking lunch. And that might be, not responding, especially if there's someone that pushes your buttons on purpose to get you to respond a certain way. If you change the mechanism to that button or completely unwire it altogether, so when they push that button, nothing happens, there is no response, there is no nothing, you will absolutely be victorious in this situation. Okay. But I feel a lot of it has to do with what is said, what is said to who is said to what, like playing that circle game. Is like you can whisper something into somebody's ear, and by the time that it gets all the way back to you, it's completely different. So I feel like your power this month, your power in maintaining a peaceful heart and a peaceful mind is not participating. Do not participate. Like be very mindful of what you open your mouth towards or to or about. Okay. Be very mindful of what it is that you put your energy into, like sticking up for or, fighting against. Not everything needs your response, because then it eats your freaking lunch all day, and you give way too much of your power. Don't give away your power like that. All right. You have so much more control than that. All right. Eight of Swords. Yeah. I think it just clicks. Like you're going to have a situation is like you're getting handed the tools, putting a stop to that anxiety, the worry, the depression, the fear, the angst, the just the grr, like I feel like there's a lot of grr behind this, but if you just take it away and lock it up, like nothing, no response to it, it's going to make you feel like you're a superhuman. Like, holy like, wow, I really didn't respond to that, and even if it's a secret, like a secret victory, okay, like that's definitely going to help you towards your pursuit of emotional awareness, like emotional intelligence and awareness. It's like if these little things get to eat your lunch, then that means you have no control over outside. Like we have no control over outside stuff that happens to us. Shit happens all day long, every day, throughout the day, on multiple times, okay? And we might not have any control over the things that happen during the day, but we absolutely have control over how we respond to it. I know that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. It took me, it's still, I still work on that. Like, no, I am in control of my emotions. This outside circumstance is not in control of me. This last month has been a huge test for that, right? Not letting those outside circumstances control you. I mean, we're only human, so I like give yourself some grace, but also be aware that you're letting these things eat your lunch. If there's a situation that you see that you don't agree with, like don't let it run all day long in the background. It's eating up all your data. Okay, it's eating up all your RAM, all your memory, all your data, all the things that can be running in the background. It's just like when you got your phone, you have all these programs running in the background, and then all of a sudden your battery's drained. Same thing for you. Okay. Don't let this shit drain your battery, because there's not a lot of teamwork in this situation. Like if there's a person that is, it seems like they're doing it on purpose. I don't feel like they're not poking you on purpose. It's like they don't wake up in the morning with maniacal plans, like all plotted down and like, I'm going to with Virgo today. You know what I mean? Like they're not like drawing maniacal plans to be the villain over here. Like it's not premeditated. They're not like premeditatively pissing you off. They're not premeditatively like pushing your buttons on purpose. But yeah. So they're not doing it on purpose, but you absolutely have control over your response. You don't have no control over what this person does or these people or this situation. But you do have control over how you respond to it, how you react to it, if it eats your lunch all day or not. Okay. All right, let's go on to your finances. What is Virgo's finances going to look like for the month of March? What do we got for Virgo and their finances? Virgo and finances for the month of March. What do we got? What do we got? No, I'm like already a week in, but we're going to get them out. We're doing it anyways. Going to do it. Doing it. Virgo, finances. Somebody is, Are you not being honest with yourself, or are you not being honest with somebody else about your financial situation? I mean, whatever's done in the dark will come to light, okay? There's no hiding. There's no hiding it. Whatever's going on is going to come to the light. It has no choice but to come to the surface. But you do have the Justice card here. So if you've been holding on, like it feels like there's been a little bit of anxiety, like maybe you haven't been telling your significant other about a financial situation, or like some sort of, like you might have been trying to keep something to yourself, not quite telling the truth about a situation. But there is justice in the upright in the middle of the spread. So and the Ace of Cups, I love this. This is my favorite Ace of Cups out of all of them. I just love that little old man with his little old cup. I love the little old man with his little old cup and his little happy face. I love that card. So if you've been worried about your finances, but you've been kind of keeping it under wraps, you do have the Emperor here as well, and the High Priestess. So it feels like you've intuitively like just been kind of like either setting aside, like holding on, putting up something for a rainy day, keeping your options open, your financial options open. Maybe you've been starting to look for a different job, or you've been like putting your applications in on Indeed while you're at your like job's lunch break or something. It feels like if you want to pursue something different, now would be the time to start taking action in that, to start pursuing something that you might enjoy a little bit better, that gives you a little bit more freedom, a little bit more financial freedom, a little bit more freedom with your time, and with your a little bit more freedom to do what it is that you enjoy doing. Maybe some of you are venturing on a independent path, to be your own entrepreneur, and you might have several different resources available to you. They say you're supposed to have like five different income streams, right? So you might be opening up another source of income, another stream of income, something that you have been intuitively led to do, something that might be an artistic pursuit, or something that you have some sort of artistic expression in. So if you are wanting to start an independent like entrepreneurship or your own business, I would definitely start taking action towards that. It doesn't look like it's going to pan out. Like you might not see the results right away with the Sun card in the reverse. Like you might not see it right away, but there is absolutely like a lot of fruit. There's a lot that's going to come to fruition. Like that is very much a card of success. It just might not be. It might be something that you look back on and you're like, holy crap, I really did do that. I really did make it. I really did take that step in the right direction, So remain balanced. Try to keep your your emotional equilibrium, and don't fight changes. If something goes, let it go. If you get fired from something, like let it go. Just know that there's something better on the horizon. All right. Like one time I got fired from a job and I was so devastated about it. I really enjoyed the people I worked with. I enjoyed the job that I had. And like not even 5 months later, that place no longer existed. Okay. So you have no idea, like if you end up losing a position that you're in, right? Whatever it is that you have around the corner is going to be so much more beneficial, like to your spiritual growth, and as for evolution of yourself in general. Like you're just going to be in a much better place, and you might be a little resistant to take that leap, or to like have that faith that it'll be okay. But I mean, that's moving on to calmer waters. That is taking everything that you've learned and packing up your ship, your ship of knowledge, your ship of wisdom, and moving forward with confidence and the ability. It's like you are fully equipped to take on this obstacle that you might have, or this transition that you might be faced with. So, I mean, whew, now is the time to start taking action. If you're wanting something different, if you're not really satisfied with where you're at, go ahead and start knocking on, like putting in applications. You don't know unless you try, right? You don't know unless you try. If you don't ever ask, the answer will always be no. So maybe some of y'all need to actually, like, if you're looking for a raise or a promotion, like don't sit around waiting for it to happen to you. Like take the action to make it happen. Like, go talk to the people, talk to the people, put in the applications, take those steps. Because if you never try, then the answer will always be no. But overall, your finances look like they're going to stabilize. Like, that's very independent. You got a lot of independence, financial independence, emotional independence. Follow your intuition. If you feel this nudge to invest into something, to make an investment, don't be impulsive. But if you have that what do they call it? Abraham Hicks calls it inspired action. If you feel that inspired action to, like, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I need to do this, like, follow those intuitive nudges. Okay. But all in all, the month of March looks like it's going to be pretty well balanced in the realm of finances. Let's go on to your love portion. What about Virgos in love? Virgos, single Virgos that are single as a Pringle. All right. Can't have just one, right? Right. Single Virgos. What do we got for the single Virgos for the month of March? Please, thank you. Ooh, the Fool card for the Temperance in reverse and the Six of Swords. So you very much might be taking that leap. This is a new beginning. Possibilities, innocence, spontaneous, optimism, trust in life, blind faith, adventure, opportunity, and pleasure. So some of y'all might be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go shoot a pool. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go sing karaoke. We're just gonna see what happens. All right. And taking that leap brings you to a huge transition. Like, that might be a transition all by itself. Like, the fact that you're, like, getting out of the house and, like, going somewhere and doing something. But be careful about being overly intoxicated. Okay. Don't fall into the trap. Don't fall into that trap of being overly intoxicated, just built on that liquid courage. Like, don't build relationships that are built on that foundation of liquid courage. Okay. Because what happens when you run out of that liquid courage, then you become socially awkward. You know what I mean? Like, go and be your true authentic self. Like, just don't get too overly smashed. All right. That's all I'm going to say about that. But there might be somebody out there that you got the King of Pentacles. So you might run into somebody that is a entrepreneur, a businessman, a CEO, like owns their own company. I heard something about driving. A driver, like, owns their own limo company, catering company or something. Either they cater to people or they cater, like, chauffeur, own their own chauffeuring company or something. But this person's very generous. If you take this leap out, you just get this intuitive nudge that you want to go out and you want to try something new, you're going to run into somebody that is wealthy, that has a good head on their shoulders, that is not playing any games. Got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So they've probably been around the block. They've been there, done that. Got the koozie, the beer, the koozie. Got blindsided. Be careful of unrequited love, though, because you do have the Lover's card in reverse. So be careful of imbalance and misalignment of values. All right. There might be a little bit of a misalignment with this if you spontaneously just run into somebody. Like, make sure that you get to know them as a person, right? Like, who they are on the inside, who they are when nobody's looking, type of deal. Like, what sort of person are they, like, underneath their facade, underneath their charisma, underneath their social mask that they wear. Yeah, be careful of not fully understanding who a person is before committing to them. Because I don't know, maybe that's the way you are about the dating life. You're like, well, I've been in the dating pool and it's a cesspool. There's a cesspool out there, so it almost feels like you're, like, trying to pick the best, like you're almost settling, don't settle. Okay, don't settle. don't settle because you're lonely or because you're bored. Like, don't get into relationships because like you just want something to do, like you need some sort of adventure. And if like that's what you're doing, just make sure that you are very upfront about that. Okay. Yeah. It says only upwards, can't get any worse, right? So you might find this person, like you might not be super attracted to them with this lovers in reverse, but you're like, well, it's the best out of what I've got out of the options that I have. This is the best one that I've got out of those options. So what's going to happen with that? Queen of Cups. Well, you might grow to love this person. Like they might not be your type at first, but they're better than the other people that you've had opportunities with. It's like this is the better of the options. It's like they might not fit like all of your boxes, but I think if you give this person a chance, like you will actually grow to really enjoy their company and like really get to know them. I think they're out of your like either your normal, like they're like not your type, but that's my red flag number one. Like if you're just my type, oh, that's red flag number freaking one. Cause fuck that, boy. You hear? Like, oh no, no. Just my type? Oh no. My type is that mean no good. So this person might like you might not be, you might not know how much how much you could grow to love them. Okay, because at first you have the lovers in reverse, so you might not be really interested at first, but you're like, well, let's just see. And like over time, I feel like you are going to grow to have feelings for this person. All right, so let's go to the Virgos that are in a relationship. Virgos in a relationship. Right here. What do we have for the Virgos that are in a committed relationship? Virgo in a committed relationship. Oop, shit. What is that? Ace of Pentacles. Somebody starting a new job, looking for a new job, starting a new business adventure. There's definitely somebody's carrying a lot of burden. The five of Pentacles. There's somebody that carries a lot of burden. High Priestess. Whatever, like there feels like the burdens are going to be lifted. Okay, there's somebody that has been carrying a lot, like they've either felt really, really judged, they felt like they have damaged this connection in some way. But there's a sense of newness here. The Queen of Cups, with the Ace of Pentacles being the first card out, the Queen of Cups, there is a sense of newness here. All right, whatever, like there's like some sort of battle that y'all have been fighting together or fighting with each other on. And it feels like somebody either like somebody gives up on it or like releases, like there's some sort of release that happens here that is going to lift a lot of weight off of this relationship. It feels like there's a lot of tension. Like somebody is carrying more, like there's like, I don't know if they're like, oh, well, I do more than you do, or you just sit there and you're lazy and you don't do this and you don't do that, or like if you want something right, you've got to do it yourself. And there's like all this like undermining, condescensive, like try not to be condescending. All right. If you want to point something out to somebody, if somebody is making a mistake, like you're never going to teach them by belittling them. Okay, like you can't beat them into submission with your words or with things that are whispered under your breath. All right. Those little jabs that you take that, like if you're taking a little jab at your significant other, like all those swords are staying in that situation. So, be mindful of your approach to a situation. Like you can't belittle somebody into doing things your way or guilt them into doing them your way. It's like if they're not done right, then I don't know. There's like this whole thing about, it just feels like somebody has been eating a lot of fuzzy lollipops. Okay. Like there's a whole lot of fuzzy lollipops going around. And I feel like somebody's just been eating it and just kind of keeping quiet, but them things boil up and then it'll build and build and build and build and build until it explodes. right? Try to maintain like healthy conversation, right? Healthy conversation, right? I feel like this could be worked on, like this burden can be lifted. Like that's like, we got the 10 of Wands in reverse. With the Queen of Cups, you got the Five of Pentacles. Whatever this burden is, this betrayal, this like condescending tone, can like those that can be worked on. That's not an actual like issue in a relationship. That is a way of communication. Like you don't want to ruin something that has a shit ton of potential and a shit ton of love because of your tone of voice. You know what I mean? It's not the message, it's the delivery. So there's a lack of teamwork here. Like it's not about who's right and who's wrong. It shouldn't be about who's right and who's wrong. Like there should be a coming together to try to work on the problem together as a team, rather than, oh well, you don't do it my way, so it's wrong. Or yeah, there's more than one way to skin a cat, is what they say. I don't think I ever want to skin a cat, and I've never skinned a cat, and I'm not ever going to skin a cat, but they say there's more than one way to skin a cat. So it's not always one way. Like there can't just be one way streets. Like there are other viewpoints to take into consideration. And it's not the message, it's the delivery. Somebody here is really, really condescending, or they take a lot of really sharp stabs in a passive aggressive type of way. So don't be passive aggressive. Like make sure that you're actually having communication. But it does feel like this can be fixed, or like there can be at least some of those sticks can be taken off that bundle and not having to be carried. All right. All right, let's go to the Virgos that are in a new relationship. Virgos in a brand new relationship. Brand new relationship. What's going on for the month of March for Virgos in a brand new relationship? What do we got? Virgos in a brand new relationship for the month of March. Ooh, the Nine of Cups. Justice in reverse. So are you feeling like it's too good to be true here? The Five of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like either you or this other person is extremely independent. Extremely independent. Like probably have been single for a very long time, or just not interested, like disenchanted by the whole love idea. Justice in reverse, judgment reverse, justice in reverse. They might not trust themselves. Yeah, Seven of Swords. They might not trust themselves in the love department. It's like every time that they've like tried to give their heart out, it's like they have betrayed themselves by giving their trust out. So they don't trust them. It's not that they don't trust you, they don't trust themselves, it feels like. They could be all about work, or trying to recover financially. Six of Pentacles. This ain't no charity case. Are you involved in some charity case? Like, don't be Captain Save a Ho, okay? Don't be Captain Save a Ho. You cannot love this person out of being broken. They're not going to love you more because you take in astray, all right? Don't let this person manipulate you either. This might be a situationship. It's like it might have moved way too fast. And it's like now you're starting to see that it might have moved way too fast, but it's like you don't know how to put the brakes on it. I don't know. Just don't turn this into a situationship. Like don't let this person like move into your house and like we always had to say in like in the punk rock scene, what do you call a punk rocker without a girlfriend? Homeless, right? So don't let this person use you. Don't let this person manipulate you into thinking that they love you just so they have a place to stay, or just so that you can bring them to work, or so that they got cigarettes, or whatever fucking like whatever sort of deal. Like it doesn't feel like this person, I don't know, Like they feel really emotionally independent, or you're really emotionally independent. But there's something about this, like the King of Swords in reverse. There's something that you are just now starting to see. Like you might just be starting to see some red flags in this situation, but they got the Seven of Swords, so there's something sneaky going on here, right? They have some sort of behavior that, like my mom always says, anybody can be good for 3 months, you know. So if y'all are right around that 3 month mark, you're starting to see like some of their character defaults. You're starting to like, I mean, when we first get with somebody, we're always putting our best foot forward, right? We're acting the very best versions of ourselves. Especially if you're dealing with a dude that's trying to get laid and you haven't gave it up to him yet, like that, he's gonna be on the very best behavior that he can be on. Some people they be trying to just climb your mountain. As like men are hunters, you know what I mean? So they're in pursuit of the hunt. And if you let them like you give it up right away, it's like then there's nothing else for them to hunt anymore. So it's like they don't have to put on their good face. And I'm not saying that all men are like that, but and there are a lot of chicks out there that have a very dude mentality. you know there's a lot of divine masculines, or not divine, just masculine inside of female and female inside of masculine. Energy is energy. Like I know that me personally, I carry a lot of divine masculine energy. Like I freaking out there working on cars, tattooing. Like like I am not very girly. I'm very much a tomboy. So it just depends on what sort of energy you're dealing with. But don't let this person manipulate you. Don't let them manipulate you into turning them into some sort of charity case. All right, the Fool in reverse. Okay, don't be letting them move into your house right away. Okay, make sure you take the necessary steps to get to know who this person truly is. Absolutely wait at least 3 months, okay? At least, the very least, 3 months. Don't let this person move into your house right away, because their facade is going to fade and you're going to see right through it and you're going to be like, fuck, now what do I do? All right, well, those are the messages that I have for my Virgo collective. Like, keep on the lookout for my new website. We are doing a total upheaval, and I'm going to add tarot readings, and there's going to be a newsletter. And yeah, so thanks for being a part of the sanctuary. And until next time, I love you guys. Be good to yourself and others always and always, okay? Beep, beep, and spread that unconditional love to the ley lines of the planet. Love you.